So yesterday we had this similar slide. I added an attribution to where you can, there's a hypertext link where you can go get the modified SFlow tool that Nick Principe at IX Systems has provided. And then up above that we have use the tag 2014 to merge the SFlow data and the into a time correlated data set. So basically, when Suzanne was giving you, or I guess it was someone was giving you a demonstration. Who was that? Of the merging of the data manually. That's Patrick, right?
Patrick.
Okay. There's one place that's kind of tricky, and it's a little awkward, and that is you've got the power data with timestamps, and you've got the SFlow data with timestamps. But the most interesting part that you want to look at is only the time that is in the region where the test itself, that's SPEC SFS2014, was in the run, or what's called the run phase, which is the measurement phase. So manually, Patrick, what he was doing was he'd go out and he would look at the SFS log. Let's see if I can get out of this now. Somewhere. Okay, since I can't figure out how to make that stop doing its thing, I'll have to stop sharing. Get back out of that. Okay. Then I'll go over and walk through this other thing. Boy, what's WebEx is being obnoxious today. So basically what was happening with Patrick's demonstration was, let's try a different one. Open with, sure, WordPad. So what was happening was he had to do this, which is he had to go find this run phase, starting the run phase, and grab this timestamp, and then find where the test finished, which is here, and grab that timestamp. So you want to pull out the data from the power meter only between those two, only in that window from the run start to the finishing the test. That's the only part of the power data that you want to grab. And the same is true with the SFlow data, that you really only want to grab the data that's happening during the run phase. And you can do this manually. It's just kind of awkward because you have to go read this text file and then go pull in your data files and delete the region of the rows that you don't want, blah, blah, blah. So it's a little awkward. So what we have here is tag 2014, and I'm going to show you kind of what it does here. So let's see. I think I can do this. So what I'm going to do is run a quickie command for you to show you what the command line looks like. So normally, this is tag 2014, and it takes a few command line options. It's written in Python, version 3.x. And you tell it the -c is the CVS data file that you're going to be dealing with. And you can either specify this is going to be coming from the power meter log, or you can tell it, no, I'm going to be parsing the data from the SFlow CSV file. It can work on either one. And then the -f tells it where is the column, the field that contains the date string within the CSV file. And then you tell it, okay, now I want to look at warm up, I want to look at run, or I want to look at all of run, including the last few seconds, which is the tail. All right. And then you say, I'm going to use my input file, and you're going to point him at your CSV file. And then you're going to point him at your SFS log file. And then tell him where you want him to stick the output, or you can just ignore that and send it to standard out. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually run this command, which is tag 2014 minus n, which says I want to include the run and the tail. Minus C, I'm using CSV. My input is coming from my power meter log. The timestamp is in field number 2. And my log file is right here, and that's where it's currently residing. And then I want to send my output to an output.csv file. The R was restrict the output to include run data. So you should probably doesn't need both R and that. Hold on a second. I've got a bug. It should be one or the other. It shouldn't be both. So we had the minus N, so we don't need the minus R. There we go. So we're actually going to fire it up and run it. Now it went out and grabbed the power. Now this is the CSV power meter data log that Demartech produced when they ran all of the benchmarks in their facility. And then I've got the SFS log from when they ran in their facility. And I'm telling tag 2014, please extract all of the power meter entries that are within the run phase of the SFS log file. And once you've done that, then you end up with an output file. Probably be better to just open it with Excel. And now you have all of the power meter data that starts when the test was running. And it was in the run phase. And if you scroll down, get quite a few samples. Okay, so you can see all those. I think I like to spread that out a little bit so I can see what I got going on here. Right. But it's basically extracted all that information for you. So you don't have to manually go in there and find all of the power data lines, okay, CSV lines that contain timestamps that happen to be within the region of the measurement phase. So it's just a shortcut mechanism to allow you to quickly parse out the data that you care about. Sorry, had a little interruption there. Anyway, that's kind of what Tag 2014 does for you. It's just a little helper tool to help people extract that data a little more quickly. Now, let's see. I also updated my slide deck to have the command line options of Tag 2014, so it's now included in the deck. So if someone downloads the slide deck, they'll have at least the help screen that shows you how to do it. And I also added Herb's reference back to the training slides from a couple of years ago, which you can then click on, and that will take you back to the slide deck that has the pretty graphs that show you the plus, the minus device count and plus device count, best foot forward, and the other 2 data points. So that's all I have. I just wanted to update people with kind of a demo of that tool and to let everybody know what kind of updated the slide deck. And that's all I have. Any questions?